Welcome to part 4 of the Writing Lab workshop on personal statements. For this video, we will talk about form and style. So an overview of what we will cover includes starting with an appeal to emotions that hook and keep a reader hooked. We want to tell an effective and insightful story. Stories are much more effective than just facts and information. In terms of style, you want to avoid obvious statements, flattery, and cliches. And most of all, you need to stay within the word limit. So the University of Washington gives some examples of effective hooks. One is, as I look back, my lack of action seems disgraceful, but at the time I was simply trying to survive. Another is, amid an alien expanse of green, the air dry from a season without rain, I labored. We'll take these apart a little bit and see why they're effective. In the first one, the words "as I look back" show some level of self-reflection. This often implies maturity, and that's always a positive characteristic. My lack of action seems disgraceful. I was simply trying to survive. The words disgraceful and survive have a lot of emotional impact, and additionally, they create curiosity. What was the disgraceful thing that this person has done, and what type of situation were they in where it was life and death at stake? In the second one, the words in blue puts you right into the situation with a lot of descriptive language. Amid an alien expanse of green, the air dry from a season without rain, I labored. The words alien expanse and also I labored create a lot of curiosity. Overall, this sentence is very brief. All the words are very carefully chosen to arouse curiosity. So why is that expansive green alien? What type of labor is this person involved in? In terms of style, you want to avoid flattery. Do not tell the school things they already know about themselves. These things would include their school rank, or the type of reputation they have, or historical dates of when they were started. None of those things are helpful because they already know that about themselves. So you want to talk about programs, classes, opportunities that are unique to this school that are important for you. But just general complimentary statements will make you sound like you're just trying to flatter them. And comments about rank end up usually reflecting that you have an obsession about social status, also not a positive trait. Here are some beginnings to avoid. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is. So again, this is stating the obvious. They already have your name from other parts of your application, so it's redundant. To whom it may concern would be words that you might use in an email or a letter, but this is a personal statement, so again, that's not appropriate. I would like to thank the admissions committee for considering my application. This states the obvious because you already are sending in an application that implicitly implies that you want to go to their school. Again, it also has these personal niceties that are not appropriate for an essay. In response to question number 1, or the 3 reasons why I am a good candidate for the University of such and such, these sound like the writing of a high school student. It's very rigid and simplistic. It doesn't show the type of complexity that a college student applying for transfer should be able to write. It doesn't show the types of complex and nuanced writing that a college student applying for transfer should be able to do. Some endings to avoid. It is my sincere hope that you will grant me the opportunity to attend your prestigious school. Again, states the obvious and sounds like flattery. The best way to close your personal statement would be summaries of the main points or the main ideas, things that you've learned, or of who you see yourself at and how your experiences would be beneficial to the school may be better ways to end your statement. Another thing that I often see in personal statements are what I think sound very cliche. They tend to be statements that generally are meant to inspire or show positive feelings, but they often end up sounding preachy and trite. Here's an example. My life experience has taught me that if you work hard and never give up, you will make your dreams come true. The problem with a statement like this is, even if you gave an example of how you worked really hard and your dreams are now coming true, this is not something that is always true. It sounds like something that many people want to believe, and so you're not telling them anything that they don't already know. Often inspiring quotes sound fake or preachy, so it's better to just focus on what you have to say and not what maybe someone else has said in a fancy quote or something like that. In terms of your process, you want to write and then write again. That means having multiple drafts. You want to write a different essay for each school you're applying to, unless it requires the Common App. Then, of course, you would just send one essay to all of those. But each school usually has a slightly different prompt. Keep your prompt in front of you and make sure you're addressing the key idea that they are looking for that is given in their prompt. Avoid cutting and pasting one essay for all applications. You really want to tailor each essay for the school that you are applying to. So that's going to include unique features about the school that are appealing to you. Next steps, getting feedback. So once you have a draft, the Writing Lab will host many personal statement feedback hours. We will have links to that in the Writing Lab workshop here. You can look for feedback times and just come to the shared classroom in D204. All the feedback hours will be held there. You can also come in and meet with a Writing Lab tutor one-on-one. Here is a link where you can make appointments, or you can drop in during any of our open times. Here is a recap of all that we've covered. You want to really tell a vivid and genuine story. Stories should show a growing awareness of yourself and your place in the world. If you share about struggles or triumphs, connect them to your future goals and how the lessons from those experiences prepare you for university. As always, stay within the word limit. Here I have a number of resources that may be helpful for you. Look through all of them. I hope they will be helpful in your application process. Good luck with your personal essay.